the ocean, and that the snow typically would melt immediately when it hit the island. Not true. I don't know where these people were living. From the time that I moved down here, all of January, the entire bay was frozen. That's not warm. It's frozen. That means it's under 32 degrees, people. That's cold. President's Day weekend, probably the biggest storm still to this day, 32 inches of snow. Yep, had to shovel it all myself. I am not a fan of shoveling snow. I do enjoy snow. I like to watch it falling if I don't have anywhere to go. Now, I come from a radio background where we had to be at work no matter what. Typically, they would put us up at a hotel. Still had to drive from the hotel to the radio station, though. So, it's not as much fun sitting in a hotel room by yourself when the snow's coming down, but if I can sit in my own living room and watch it falling onto my deck, and then Tucker, she doesn't like it as much as she used to because she's getting a little bit older now, but she used to just love the snow. I mean, she's just so funny in it. She just races all over the place, and she gets the snow all over her face, and she just had a ton of fun in it. She don't like it so much anymore. She's getting older. Like her mama. I can't handle the humidity like I used to. She can't handle the snow like she used to. But I would take a 110-degree weather day over a foot of snow any day. A foot of snow is a lot of snow. Like I said, I don't mind a little bit of snow here and there. It is very pretty when it falls. I don't typically go out in it very often because I don't like to be cold. Just don't like to be cold. There you go. There you have it. That's it. So, some of the responses I've gotten. Lorraine says, hot. I love it. Kate says, a foot of snow, a nice, cozy day inside. Yeah, reading lots of books. Amy says, I would prefer snow, and I have a pool. Let's see. Lori says, heat. Summer lover here. Me too, Lori. Kim says, 110 all the way. Shannon says a foot of snow. A lot of snows, a lot of snows, a lot of snows. Mark says bring on the snow. Diane says I would take the heat. There's always air conditioning. And who wants to shovel the damn snow? Not me. Well, you watch your language there, girl. Marcy says snow. At least it looks pretty coming down and you can play in it. Yeah, that's going back to what I said. I don't really go out in it. When I still lived in the condo, I used to have to take Tucker for walks. And I would have to go out in it. Now I'm a bad mom, and I send her out by herself. I'm like, you go on down those steps. You potty, you come back. I'll be waiting. Kevin says 110 degrees does not need any back-breaking labor like a foot of snow does. See, that's what I was thinking, Kevin, right? Libby gave a gif of a person jumping into a pile of snow, so I'm guessing she wants snow. Let's see what else. Linda says, give me the heat. We can't handle snow in Southtown. She lives in the South, North Carolina. Linda says, not even a contest. 110 degrees. Michelle says, I would love a foot of snow. She lives in Dallas. They get snow, but not typically a foot. Yeah, that's a lot of snow for Dallas, especially since they don't even have snowplows or anything there. Wendy wants to know, is it a work day or a Sunday? Very true. Absolutely. And Bob says he put up a little gif of my man, the heat miser, with his little saying, too much, ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay. Love it, Bob. Thank you. So, yes, like I said, by a narrow margin, not a huge margin, 58% of the people go for snow, well, 42% like the heat. Now, I have a feeling, and maybe I will test this theory when it's colder out. I have a feeling that some people are just saying snow now because they're so hot. And that when there is actually a foot of snow on the ground, and I ask the same question, I think they will choose hot. Just a theory I have. You always want what you don't have, and you're sweating your everything off. You think, a nice snow day would be pretty cool right about now. Same thing when you've got a foot of snow to shovel. I think maybe 110 degrees wouldn't be so bad now that I'm thinking about it. I'll have to test that theory. I'll talk to you about this again after our first major snowstorm, which hopefully will be in 4 years. I don't like snow. I don't like driving in it. Again, if I have nowhere to be for 3 days, I'm fine with it. And it melts on its own. And I don't have to shovel it. No, I don't shovel the snow. Don't get me wrong. My husband shovels the snow. He does the outside work. I do the inside work. That's the way we break it down. I do the cleaning, the laundry. He does, and he gets off pretty easy, to be honest with you people. His jobs are a little more difficult to do with fixing things and stuff like that, but we don't have lawn. He doesn't have to mow the lawn. So yes, he's in charge of shoveling the snow and doing the cars. So on to my blog post for today. Got a little long-winded. I did. I'm going to talk about relationships this week. I wanted to talk about the people in your life and your support system. And I'm going to start with your circle of friends. I'm going to start with that because I had some good girlfriends here for the weekend. I have known these people since high school. I met Kathy in 10th grade. Not sure what grade I met Libby in. It was 10th or 11th grade, maybe 9th. I'm not sure. I don't remember what class we actually met in. I remember meeting Kathy because I didn't have classes with Kathy, at least not in the beginning. I met her through another friend, and I just remember being introduced to her. So let's see. Surround yourself with people who will always support you and be there for you. I know it's easy to say. You think it should be easy to make happen, but I know that is not always the case. We all have that one, maybe a couple person or people in our lives that seem to challenge every decision we make. The person that's always complaining about things that you are doing that don't even affect them. We have people that are jealous of us, and they strike out by trying to put you and your decisions down. Think about it. Do you have one or more so-called friends like this? Cut them out. They're tumors. Cut them out of your life right now. I don't care what they've done for you in the past. I don't care what they're going through. If they can't be supportive of you and the path you are on, then tough noogies for them. We don't need nor want people like this in our lives. Now, if they're going through a rough patch, that's different. But I'm talking about people who are consistently negative, consistently down, consistently criticizing you. Nobody should ever be criticizing you and your decisions. Having an opinion about it is one thing. Criticizing is another. So, as I focus on relationships this week, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the friends that I had over. These are people, like I said, from high school. And this gal saves all of her photo albums, and I put together a photo album when we got back from our senior class trip in Florida. We went to Disney. We went to, did we go to Busch Gardens? I don't think we did go to Busch Gardens. I had gone on 2 Florida trips with high school. One, it was when I was in 11th grade with the band. That's right. I was in band, majorette, right here. And we had gone to some different things like Busch Gardens and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I know we went to Disney for the senior class trip, and we also went to Wet and Wild. And that's where a lot of our pictures had taken place of me and my friend Kathy and Libby together. So we have shared a lot of life. I whipped out that old photo album, and there we all were in our bathing suits and bikinis, and we were so shocked and amazed at how thin we were. But yeah, we thought we were so fat back then. So it was great to go through the old pictures and rehash old times. And it's great that I'm still friends with these girls after so long. Now, we did have breaks when we didn't talk at all. Facebook brought me back together with both of these girls. I will always be grateful to social media for bringing people back into my life that I would likely have never seen or heard from again. We all have a history, and I lived some of my greatest moments with these wonderful ladies. So we hung out and chatted, had a few adult beverages. Like I said, an amazing meal by my hubby. And that game that we played, just so much fun. Like I said, making my stomach hurt This is what our friends are for, to make us laugh, build memories with that we can look back on fondly. But we also had some time when we all caught up each other on what's been going on in our lives. We all obviously have some issues that we wish we weren't having to deal with. We let each other vent and commiserate it together about how we look forward to a time when things are a little more in line with our vision of life. But we have each other's backs. We know I can count on these girls to be there when I need them most. They are as outraged as I am at some of the things I've had to deal with lately. They tell me they feel my pain and understand my frustration while also telling me that I don't deserve some of the truly awful things that have happened in the not-so-distant past, because sometimes you just need to hear that. You often find yourself questioning, what did I do? Did I do something to deserve this kind of treatment? And they're there to tell me, no, of course not. You were a victim of circumstance, or that person was always jealous of you, that kind of thing. The greatest thing about friends you've had for this long is they've watched your life unfold and can back you up and remind you of situations you may have even forgot yourself. Remember back when we used to hang out in your bedroom and this happened and that happened and, oh yeah, forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. So, if you are not getting this type of support from the friends in your life, then it is time to shop around for some new ones. I know, again, easier said than done, but it honestly has never been easier to make new friends because of social media. If you're not on Facebook, well, what the hell is wrong with you, first of all? But second of all, get on there. Join some groups around your community. Go to gatherings. If there's not anything you're interested in, start your own group. Just put it out there on like a group page, like on a community board. Is anybody interested in playing tennis? Is anybody, we just started a little pickleball club. I don't know. I think they're counting me out of pickleball. I haven't gotten a request to play pickleball in a couple of weeks now. I think they're playing without me. It's a big joke. I keep telling them that because I was complaining because I was getting all of those text messages from the group. So now I'm like, every time I go past the pickleball court, I'm looking to see if you guys are going without me. I don't think they really are. So I remember someone recently putting out in the community group, would somebody be interested in a knitting club? And I thought, oh, man, nobody's going to want to do that. Guess what? She got a bunch of interest, and I'm assuming they are all together knitting their little hearts out, their monthly meeting or whatever it may be. So put yourself out there, see what you come up with. It's a very easy time to make friends. But again, you have to put yourself out there a little bit. I have a very large group of new friends in my neighborhood because someone merely started a book club. We all got together. Now I'm in 2 separate book clubs in the group as well, and a game night group, and we do different things throughout the year as well. Like I said, we were all playing a little pickleball here and there. So far this summer, I've joined them for a comedy night, and just last week, we went on a sunset cruise. So important to have a group to just go out and have some fun with. It's also important to have people in your life that can back you up and pump you up when you need it. Not everybody's going to have the same purpose for you in your life, so make sure you have a little bit of everything. So if you are friends with a lot of negative Nellies or Debbie Downers, I don't know. Let the people know that you're finding it hard to be around so much negativity while you're trying to live your best life. Just be like, well, pump them up a little bit. Some people will never change. If they don't change, maybe they don't want to try and change. Maybe you just need to limit your interactions with them. Stop only thinking about what you bring to other people's lives. Start thinking about how they enhance or detract from yours and adjust accordingly. Friends are important. You need a good, solid group of friends, at least 1 or 2 good ones. Always someone that has your back. It's different from a relationship with your husband. It's not always different from maybe a sibling relationship, but, there's no such thing as having too many friends. That's my opinion. Always time for friends. But always surround yourself with people who will build you up, not tear you down. There are a ton of good people with amazing hearts out there. If you don't have them in your life yet, find a way to make it happen. Like I said, it's never been easier to get into a group and make some new lifelong friends. So it is Monday. It is my favorite day of the week after Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because it is a brand new week full of possibilities. I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you have all kinds of possibilities before you. And I want you to go out there and make things happen. and make it your best day yet.
Thank you for listening.